Okay, Ms. Ford, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, Your Honor. I came here to request to be taken off child support.
All right.
My child is almost 18 right now. I'm still sending cash apps, still taking care of my child, so I'm just confused on how the child is about to be 18. He's in the house with his new fiance, two-parent home right now, well, 2 incomes, and I feel like I just need to be taken off.
All right, so you came to court to ask to be taken off child support because he has a 2-parent income?
And because I do take care of my child.
All right, so...
Meet Ms. Ford, a mother on a mission. She's in court today not to dodge responsibility, but to ask the judge to release her from child support. Her son is nearly 18, living with his father and stepmother in a 2-income household. So why is she still sending money every month? Ms. Ford claims she's still footing the bills, and not just for her son. What's really going on behind the scenes? This case is just heating up.
The legal basis that you're asking to be removed from child support.
What am I paying child support for when I can take care of my own child? My child is just currently living with him because I'm on the road due to my business and entertainment and stuff like that. But as far as cash apps and financial responsibility, I do that without him. My child is almost 18, so I don't feel like I need to go through him for everything.
Okay, I understand. And you say he's almost 18, so he's 17?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What grade is he in?
He's a senior, 12.
He's 17, but he's a senior?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, got it.
The judge presses for answers, and Ms. Ford doesn't hold back. She's not just a mother. She's a businesswoman on the move, balancing work, travel, and responsibility. She insists her support has been voluntary, not court-mandated. Her son lives with his dad for stability, yet she's still the one covering the costs. So what is this? Support or exploitation? The cracks in the system are beginning to show, and this courtroom is far from finished.
When does he graduate?
In May.
All right. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
No, I just feel like he's a user and I'm taking care of him and his new fiance.
How is he a user?
He's still allowing me to pay child support for a kid that I'm providing full support for.
Right, but you understand you're under a court order to pay child support. That's not necessarily something that he's doing. That's what the court did the first time. You understand that, right?
Yes, but I just feel like he could have denied it or even spoke up and told you guys that I'm taking care of the child finance.
Ms. Ford holds nothing back. She fires off accusation after accusation, claiming her ex has been using her for money he doesn't even need. But the judge steps in fast. This isn't optional. She reminds her, this is a legal court order, not a personal favor. Still, Ms. Ford pushes forward. If he didn't need the money, why didn't he speak up? Why didn't he tell the court the truth? So what is this really about? Justice, or payback? The tension climbs, and the judge is clearly done with excuses. Neither side is getting off easy today.
Why would he do that?
Because he don't need my money. I'm taking care of my own child.
Well, let's play devil's advocate a little bit. Would you have done that for him if the roles were reversed?
Yes, ma'am.
You would have opted not to put him on child support.
If he's already provided financial responsibility, exactly, I wouldn't have done that.
I don't believe that.
Okay. I don't know. I see a lot of things when I'm sitting up here, right? So I can't necessarily say you would have done it or you would not have done it, but people in your certain circumstances, I can't say that I've seen them willingly not put the guy on child support when the roles were reversed.
Would you give up child support if the roles were reversed? Miss Ford doesn't even blink. Yes. No hesitation. No doubt. But the judge, she isn't buying it. Not for a second. In a rare, powerful moment, the judge steps back and speaks truth to the entire system. The patterns, the pressure, the double standards that show up case after case. Is fairness really a two-way street? Or is this just another example of someone wanting the rules to change only when they benefit? One thing is certain. This case is getting real. Fast.
So, I don't see why that even matters, that you take care of your child, the child lives with him, so you should be paying child support. You'd agree with me, right?
I mean, my child don't have to technically live with him, but you're the judge, so whatever you say.
But he does. I mean, technically, no, he doesn't, but he likes living with his dad, right?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so you won't want to unroot him from living with dad if he likes being over there. No, you agree with me?
I agree.
Okay.
It's all coming to light now. The child chose to live with dad, no force, no conflict, and Ms. Ford doesn't deny a thing. The judge stays calm, but her tone sharpens. The support order is legal, binding, and still in full effect. Emotion doesn't undo paperwork, and frustration doesn't overturn the law. Ms. Ford stands her ground, insisting she's being taken advantage of. But the truth is becoming impossible to ignore. When feelings and legality collide, only one of them decides the outcome. And this battle, it's far from over.
So, is it okay if I move over to him, or you done telling me everything you want me to know?
Yes, ma'am. With just one thing. So even if I'm not taken completely off, I do feel like it do need to be decreased, especially with his age. He doesn't need childcare or anything of that nature. So I will be requesting a decrease if it can't be just thrown out the court order.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay, sir. Your son lives with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And how long has he been living with you?
Pretty much all the way up till now, pretty much.
Just when it seems like she's finished, Ms. Ford makes one more request. Reduce the payment. Her child is older, needs less, and she says she's still contributing in her own ways. Will the court listen? Now it's Dad's turn to speak, and what he reveals next may change everything.
So even as a child from the time this order was entered?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And is it true what she's saying, she give extra outside of paying child support?
I mean, she does. I mean, it's a little bit here and there, but, you know.
How much child support are you receiving right now?
It's roughly around, it's probably about $700.
Okay. Who carries health insurance?
I do.
All right. How much is your health insurance?
Between, let's see what it is, around roughly about $350.
For your son only, or does that include the both
That's
of you?
for both of us.
Okay. All right.
Dad finally speaks, and things get muddy fast. He admits he sends extra cash, but brushes it off as a little here and there. $700, health insurance, basketball fees. Who's really paying for what? The numbers are starting to add up, but one thing is clear. Someone isn't telling the full story.
So, if we split that in half, it's $175 a person, right? Okay. And your son is 17. He's still in high school. He graduates high school in May. All right. What other expenses does he have? Like, is he involved in anything extracurricular?
Sports, I mean, he plays basketball, track.
Who pays for basketball?
Me,
Who pays for track?
me as well.
Does mom help out at all with any of those extra expenses?
I mean, no, not really.
Wow.
It's time to follow the paper trail. The son plays basketball and runs track, but who's paying for those extras? According to Dad, not her. The judge raises an eyebrow. Are her contributions being conveniently ignored? Or is someone downplaying the truth? Either way, the pressure is rising, and this courtroom is about to reach a boiling point.
Well, she says she's seen Cash App and such.
I mean, that's, here and there, it's here and there, it's not.
But sending extra outside of the $700, that counts for something, right?
Counts for some, yeah. I mean, but I feel like, he's with me most of the time, so I feel like, that is needed. So, I mean, that's just my opinion.
Okay. What is her visitation like with your son?
She comes, but 2 or 3 times a week, or he'll stay with her 3 times a week, something like that.
Okay.
Cash App suddenly becomes a silent witness. Ms. Ford insists she's been sending money straight to her son. Sneakers, uniforms, even pizza nights. Dad isn't buying it. The judge leans forward. When it comes to a child's needs, every dollar matters, whether it's court-ordered or not. So who's telling the truth? And who's dodging accountability? The tension is about to break.
So is that pretty consistent?
Yeah, it's consistent.
All right. So consistently, I'm back over to you.
Thank you.
Consistently, what does your visitation look like?
Anytime that I'm in Dallas, I'm spending time with my child. And he also does not provide any clothing or anything of that nature for him.
He lives with him, so he has to be.
No, ma'am. I drops all that off. I'm a fashion designer and I have my own clothing line. So my child is always provided with clothes and sneakers, everything he needs for basketball, uniforms and stuff. I cover that. When he needs shoes,
He just said he pays for it.
maybe the training, but as far as his equipment and shoes and stuff, my son asks me for the money for that and I send the cash app. I even have the proof.
The plot thickens. Ms. Ford claims she's been dropping off clothes and sports gear from her own fashion line. Dad says that's just not true. But the judge? The judge doesn't want emotion, just facts. And as the details come out, the truth starts taking shape. Who's really providing for the son? And what's conveniently being left out?
Does she do that?
I'm paying for that stuff. I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, somebody not telling the truth.
Ma'am, I have cash app receipts to show that I send money for uniforms, sneakers, wristbands, anything, movies, any extra activities my son would like to take part in.
We can call him.
Well, no, we don't want to call him. He's still a child. We don't want to do that. But somebody is not being honest. If she's saying she's sending you money through Cash App, are you putting in the memo line like what it's for?
No, I'm sending it to my son directly.
You're sending it to the child directly?
The judge's patience is wearing thin. One side insists she's covering the costs. The other claims he is. Receipts might finally tell the truth. But sending cash straight to the boy adds a twist. Is she going around Dad or simply doing what's best? The tension in the courtroom keeps climbing.
Maybe you just don't know that she's doing that.
I guess that's the case because I don't know anything about that.
What are you paying for exactly?
As far as, uniforms, his everyday, food, clothes, everything that he has.
She's saying she provides all the clothes.
He just buy food sometimes, and I even send cash out for pizza and stuff like that. So I'm paying for pizza for him and his fiance and my son as well.
So you're doing more.
Exactly.
Is what you're saying. On average, with Cash App, how much would you say monthly you're sending your son?
$500 minimum.
So, what is Dad actually covering? He mentioned groceries and rent. Meanwhile, Ms. Ford claims she's taking care of everything else. Even pizza nights for the whole family. The judge listens closely, beginning to figure out who's really carrying the load.
His sneakers is $200 and better, so I'm buying them 2-3 pair of sneakers a month. Actually, it's probably about $600 a month, ma'am, that I'm sending additional to the child support order.
Okay. And health insurance, is Dad only covering that? That's not anything that you're covering?
No, ma'am.
All right. Under your court order, were you ordered to reimburse him for health insurance?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, do you have other children that reside in the home?
Yeah, I have 2 others.
Okay. Do you have any other children?
No, ma'am.
Sneakers, clothes, extracurriculars. It's a lot. Ms. Ford explains she's contributing nearly $600 each month on top of the court-mandated support. The judge takes note. Health insurance isn't her obligation, nor are the other children in the household. So why is she covering so much? The court begins to understand the full scope of her effort.
Legally, you cannot come off of child support just yet. Reason being is that a child that is the rule is you pay child support for a child up until they turn the age of 18 or until they graduate high school, whichever one happens later. Your son is 17, he's still in high school. He doesn't graduate for another few months. So you will be on child support still until he graduates high school. Do you understand that? That's what the law says. All right.
Now it's time for the law to speak. The judge makes it clear. Child support continues until the child turns 18 and finishes high school. That's the rule. Ms. Ford might not be thrilled, but fairness isn't about convenience. What happens next, however, could shift the entire situation.
Now, what I do think is very telling is that she is paying more. According to what she said, and you didn't refute it, she is paying more than the $700 that she's giving you monthly. So if all of that is assuming that it's true, because you didn't say whether or not it was true or not, I think she should get somewhat of a break on the child support, the monthly obligation at least. Health insurance was never ordered for you to reimburse it to him. So what I'll do is just keep it like it is.
In the end, the judge rules with logic. Ms. Ford's efforts went above and beyond, and the court recognizes it. Even the father can't dispute her support. It's a victory, though not the one she anticipated. What happens next will turn everything on its head.
Where you just keep maintaining the health insurance, and you didn't file anything to request that anyway, and you didn't file anything requesting any adjustments to the health insurance. So what we'll do is just decrease your child support to $450, because according to your testimony, you're sending roughly about $500 anyway.
Yes, ma'am.
On Cash App. So we'll just reduce your child support obligation to $450, and you'll have to pay that through graduation, which is another, 6 months or so?
Yes,
something
ma'am.
like that. I think that's fair. I think that's what's in your son's best interest.
In a surprising twist, the court reduces Ms. Ford's child support to $450. A hard-earned win, backed by receipts, evidence, and honesty. The judge commends her dedication, reliability, and care. Just 6 more months remain, but the emotional impact lingers. This story isn't over yet.
According to her, she's doing a lot, and she's giving it directly to your son. And unless you have something in writing that can refute that, then I have to assume what she's saying is true.
I have no clue about the Cash App thing. I mean, there was no conversation. I mean, I don't check his Cash App like that.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't have a conversation with your son about that, because it's really kind of inappropriate, for you all to discuss that. But if he's still enrolled in those activities and those activities are still taking place, there has to be some validity to what she's saying if you know that you're not covering that.
The judge makes it clear. Without evidence to dispute her account, her version prevails. Ms. Ford presented the facts, and they held strong. Dad was unaware of the Cash App contributions, but not knowing doesn't excuse him. The balance has finally shifted, favoring the parent who's truly contributing.
So that's what it'll be. Your child support will be reduced to $450.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
I'm tired of taking care of his other kids as well.
Huh?
I'm tired of taking care of his whole household.
You
his
don't
family.
know what, now see, you were starting on a good track. Don't come in here and backslide, okay?
All right, yes,
You do
ma'am.
not know what go on in his house, and quite frankly, it is none of your business. So is there anything further that you have that pertains to your business?
No, ma'am. That's it. That's it.
Okay, do you have anything further?
I'm just ready for this to be over so I can live happy ever after with my wife and
Well,
my kids.
go ahead and live happy ever after, because you all are dismissed.
Appreciate it.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Justice has been delivered. Ms. Ford's child support obligation is lowered, and her dedication is officially recognized. The courtroom's tension finally subsides. But this case was never just about money. It was about honesty, respect, and a mother's fight to have her efforts acknowledged. As the gavel comes down, the message is clear. Not all parents bound by court orders are shirking their responsibilities. Some go above and beyond. If this story resonated with you, leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more real-life stories of justice and accountability. Behind every ruling is a human story.